Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Space Monkey Mafia here. Today we're going to be doing r/aquariums because I kind of want to open up the channel. I want to be able to do certain things that aren't normally covered by Reddit channels because they're a little out there type of thing. They're more niche, but I want you guys to be able to suggest them, and I want to be able to do really specific type of channels. So we're just going to go through, we're going to look at some cool pictures of aquariums because that's what I like to do. I'm not going to look anything up beforehand, so you guys are going to see just about how obsessed I am with fish. So the first one is just some spinach gymnastics, and this is a Pleco catfish. It looks like it might be a common or a sailfin. Those guys get 2 feet long. They're normally sold as algae eaters. Not good to sell them as algae eaters because they get 2 feet long, but they do, and they go nuts when they're trying to eat. This is a normal thing with them, actually. Even my bristle noses. I haven't seen them do anything crazy. I know they do crazy stuff, little gymnastics on the driftwood and whatnot I have. But these guys, they're crazy little creatures. They're awesome to have. This one's kind of sad. So this person's like, look, my snail's laying eggs. Those aren't eggs. That's just snail poop. This is a mystery snail. It's a small species of apple snail. They actually have to lay their eggs out of the water, and it's like these giant purple and pink clutches that have like 200 eggs. No, that's just snail poop, or as I like to call it, snoop. My LFS got some white and black Oscars in. Is this a normal color? So an LFS is a local fish store as opposed to an LPS, which is a local pet store. The main difference is that local fish stores, you get really high quality stuff. You don't see a lot of dead fish. Local pet stores, since they're not specializing on one specific pet, they don't have specialists for those pets. So that's where you tend to see people saying like, oh yeah, you can put a betta in a bowl or a vase. It doesn't need a filter. It doesn't need a heater. You can put a goldfish in a bowl. You can't. Bettas are tropical, they need heaters and filters. Don't keep fish if you don't know what the nitrogen cycle is. Goldfish, you've seen my goldfish, they get big. Charles, my common, she's actually stunted. She's supposed to be twice as big as she is right now, so. But these are some really cool looking Oscars. They're another one that probably shouldn't be sold at LPS because they get 14, 15 inches. They're really cool to see though. If you ever get the chance to get one, just the way they move is amazing. And here's a really cool scape someone set up with a bunch of rocks and plants and stuff. That kind of rock, that's the kind I want for my little Desertscape because I'm going to be making a little desert tank. I think I'm going to put my rabbit snail in there and my black rose shrimp because I want my blue dream tank back. Nom 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 nom. That is the best possible caption for this Asian Arowana. Now this fish, gorgeous, gorgeous fish, also called the dragonfish quite frequently. This looks like an Asian Arowana, which is unfortunately illegal in the US, but we can still have silver arowanas, black arowanas, blue arowanas. The Australian, I think it's a Jardini, and a couple of African ones. Personally, I really like the way the African arowana looks because their little faces are so cute. But these dudes, they jump out of the water to like catch bugs and stuff, and they get like 3-4 feet long. They're really awesome to see. Like, just imagine this thing, but massive, just gliding across the water. I love the way they look. Anyone ever built an aquarium bridge? So as you can see, this person has made a little water bridge between 2 tanks, one of which is sitting on Tupperware and folders, which is a little, yikes, that's a little scary, but that's hilarious, that's awesome. I've always wanted to do one. I think I'm just going to get like a giant tank and just put one above the tank, not between 2 different tanks. And then here's a picture, I'm not sure if it's the same person, but Aquarium Bridge in use, and there's a little gourami going across the tanks, it's hilarious. And here's a goldfish tank. I bet you can tell I'm kind of partial to these. They got some ranchus, ryukins, it looks like an Aranda. Personally, the ryukins, they kind of freak me out a little. I don't know why. The Arandas I'm fine with, but the ryukins, I don't know. And some little ranchus too, even though I have one. And here's a wonderful flower horn. Now, the flower horn cichlid, this is a hybrid. We don't even know what it's a hybrid of. It's just a bunch of different stuff. But these guys were raised to be the perfect pet fish. Like, this sort of thing, they normally keep them in empty, bare tanks because they're super personable, and giving them any sort of decorations decreases the amount they'll interact with you. But it's crazy. Like, you can look up videos of these guys getting their heads petted. They'll, like, lift them out of the water, try to get pet. It's so cute. But this is the definition of a water puppy. Now, this one I included just because I love the way that tank, I think it's like a red cherry oak or something like that, just fits the back of the wall. I love that setup, and they got it for their 15-inch Pleco, probably common. Again, those guys, they just get huge. And this is just a wonderful looking little planted tank. I love the way it looks. I can't tell what the little dudes are at the bottom, some kind of snail. I don't know if those are Malaysian trumpet snails, They look really cool though, and that's just like a jungle planted tank. I love those plants. I got a couple of those. And someone got their new gourami, a little dwarf gourami. Personally, I'm not sure. I wouldn't recommend the gouramis right now just because DGIV is becoming such a huge issue. I think over 73% of the imported ones have it. And it's basically an incurable virus where you'll get your pet, you'll get to keep him for a couple of months, and then it'll either randomly die or it'll die terribly from all these lesions and bloat and dropsy, and it's just... I would avoid getting one of those guys for right now. Japanese dragon eel at my LFS. So again, this isn't something you'd see in PetSmart normally. I mean, maybe like PetSmart, Petco, like you wouldn't really see that stuff just because it's not specialized, and this kind of thing needs specialized care. And they got a lot of different animals. They can't give super specialized care to just one of them. But that thing, look how cool that is. That's just awesome. And I just love these sorts of tanks where they got the valves just coming up from the side and overhanging. I've tried to do valves. You guys know there's some in my goldfish tank and little teacups. I'm just not very good with valves. I think they're more of a medium to hard water sort of plant, and I've got super soft water, so they don't do well. Oh, this person says it's jungle valve. That gets huge. That gets like 5-6 feet long. It's awesome if you see it in like a giant tank. That's going to grow in really cool. And here's a tiny little pea puffer and some water wisteria. So if you want a little nano tank and you're like experienced and you want a little, desk 5-gallon sort of tank, instead of a beta, you could get one of these. This is a little freshwater pufferfish. You can't keep them with anything because they'll kill anything, even though they only get 1 inch long. They'll just take chunks out of it till it dies, but like, they're so adorable. They're just so cute. Like a little tiny 1 inch long pure freshwater sort of pufferfish. And they'll eat snails and all this other stuff, so their feeding requirements can be a little rough sometimes, but if you have the means, it's a great little nano fish. And I love these two tanks because they just look like little jungles and stuff, and I like how different they both are, but they both have the same sort of feel, I'm not big on aquascaping, I'm just not too good at it, but I just love to see some really nice ones. And they say our new addition. I don't know if they mean the little Mandarin fish or the little coral looking thing. Oh man, the Mandarin fish, it's also known as like the dragonette, the psychedelic goby. It is the most beautiful fish you could possibly own. I'm not exaggerating. There is not anything we've found so far that is more beautiful than this thing. It is absolutely stunning. And there's a couple different color variants. Basically everything except the poor little spotted one, because that one looked kind of ugly. But it is the most beautiful thing you can own. Except it eats copepods, marine copepods, and it'll kind of devour all the ones in the tank and then starve. Is a big issue we're having with them. Some people can keep them with California blackworms or baby brine shrimp, but they're kind of hard to keep, but they're stunning. Water puppy, horn shark. I don't know too many about these guys, but I've seen one at my LFS, and they're just adorable. They'll just follow you around, and they're just super cute. I mean, if you want a shark, get a shark. This is awesome. High mountain goldfish. I love ponds. Look at this. And it's like all snowy out. Someone says it's natural springs and stuff. Keeps it warm. It looks like there's like a large pacu, or maybe... I forgot what it's called, but there's this really large like Chinese catfish sort of thing. Or I think it's a high banded catfish is what I'm thinking of. I'm not sure that's what it is. And they got like little turtles all over and goldfish. Goldfish, don't release them because they can survive anything. They would be surviving in the snow and like the snowy creek and that kind of stuff. But man, they just look all so happy. New shrimp. So this looks like some kind of macrobrachium, I think it is the species. Macrobrachium. And I've seen these sold as ghost shrimp before, but they're kind of like kill stuff. Because as you can see, they got like bigger claw arms than ghost shrimp. I did get 2 or 3 of these before. Different species. I think it was just the Indian whisker one. Not really aggressive or anything, but some of them can be like super aggressive. And that about wraps it up for today. I just kind of wanted to do something really, really different just to kind of show that just offer any sort of subreddits. I'll try to cover them if it's something that's interesting and appropriate, And I don't want to stick to the sort of normal Reddit video type thing. I really want to branch out to a lot of different things. Like I think I'm going to do r/well that sucks because I saw a really funny picture about a lot of chickens recently. And I want to include that in a video, and I thought that might be the best way to do it. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. It's totally different. I hope you guys enjoyed the video anyway. If you did, like, comment, subscribe, all the good little YouTube stuff. I really hope you guys did like it, and if you did, I'll see you back here tomorrow. Bye.